Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Etheria Restart video. So in today's video, guys, I wanted to tell you why you should only be farming modules in the upcoming 2x event. So we had this first episode of what the developers or the publishers are calling the Etheria meetup, which is between the lead developer here and some content creators. Whether or not they consistently do this in the future, who knows? But yeah, apparently this was a really long conversation, but they stripped it down to about 50 minutes. And the content creators were back and forth with the developer on some of the community's most desired changes in the game. And it's nice that they're listening, and it seems like they have a decent concept of what everyone's going through as they are also playing along on their accounts, but their responses are not really what wanted to hear. A lot of it was just like, yeah, we want these things to be scarce. We want you to value Ethereum coin. We want you to value training data. We don't want it to be something that is just in abundance within 3 months of you playing the game. And I understand that. The problem is if certain people aren't in it for the long haul, I think casual gamers might not like the scarcity of everything because when they want to get in and play the game, they can't. They can't level up new characters, so they're just like stuck in the same position basically all the time. But for us, at least it gave us an idea of what we'll need to do in the future, what we need to value with that feedback, right? And the feedback was they're going to try and add more Ethereum coin and things like that in events. They're dropping a new type of content, which is supposed to be the most rewarding that they've had yet, they said, but it's also supposed to be the hardest. So I'm sure that's going to come with its own frustrations. Uh, so yeah, but anyway, they are going to run a 2x event here this upcoming weekend, and they said that's going to roll out probably every 5 to 6 weeks. So that's nice. I'd say every month you can start saving up, maybe like a week or two ahead on your mental stabilizers, and you can take advantage of the 2x event. So, with this upcoming 2x event, and with the knowledge that we got from this video, I don't think there is any reason to run investigation and GP outpost. There's literally no reason. The only time you should run these is if you are going to run out of time in the 2x event and you have some mental stabilizers to burn. Because you will need, this stuff. I'm trying to make a video, man. Uh, you're going to need this stuff eventually to level up characters and skill out characters, but also, with the lattices being so scarce, like the prowess material doesn't even matter because you're only leveling up certain characters. And if you want to level up a character because you have enough lattices now, then you just jump into GP outpost and you farm it enough to level it up till you're stuck at the next lattice, right? Uh, Investigation, like it drops a decent amount of Ethereum coin, which is what I was saying. Like you can run some of these stabilizers if you don't have enough time to farm modules on the weekend, and that's okay too. But with Ethereum coin being so scarce, I really think you just need to farm this till you can't keep your eyes open anymore because you really need some of the perfect pieces here to make sense to level up your gear. If you have a piece that's kind of borderline, you're like, oh, I don't know if I should level this up. You probably should. Like, it's most likely going to be a waste of your Ethereum coin. Um, and in the past as well, I kind of had the mindset that if you couldn't farm Hell 3 and up, you shouldn't farm this event uh, or use the 2x to farm modules. But even if you're Hell 1 and Hell 2, I think you should. I really do. Um, One of the reasons why is I think a lot of people undervalue some of the two matrix pieces in all of these different dungeons. All of the two matrix sets like Bramble or Harvest, sorry, 8 matrix sets like Bramble, Harvest, what was the one in here? Battle, yeah, Battle Will, and then in Aurora, You also have Bulwark and Strive. All of those matrices, all those matrix sets, like the two-piece module matrices, have tons of value because of the eight piece. What I mean by that is even if you can't farm triple matrix pieces yet, you can farm the triple matrix shells in Nico Nana all the way up to wherever you're stuck, right? So if you have a triple matrix like Harvest Shell, that means that one of your pieces only has to have a triple matrix to get you to six. And then you can use whatever two-piece matrix set you have to still get the matrix bonus. Three pieces of triple matrix harvest does nothing for you. So even though you aren't able to be as efficient with your matrix bonuses yet, if you're still farming Hell 3, Hell 1 and Hell 2, eventually you'll be able to get Health 3 and then maybe get a triple matrix piece of Bulwark. And then you'll be able to bring it all together and your double matrix piece that you've already leveled up slots in there. So a lot of people really undervalue uh, the double matrix pieces. Even on the matrix sets that have the 4 and the 8 as well, the double pieces there are perfectly fine. Onslaught's fine. Wellspring's fine. Unbreakable is fine. And also Swift Rush. All of those things are perfectly okay to have a double piece matrix on to fill out some kind of, four-piece set if you just have two pieces of the double matrix. So, yeah, I would still farm it if you are Hell 1 and Hell 2. This is the only thing I would touch, guys. Um, as I said, when it comes to the actual modules itself, you need to find like the perfect piece. Here, I had effect accuracy and speed, and I was checking to see what this final piece is. If it was like HP, because I got flat HP up here, I thought it would be a decent support piece, right? But it's not. It rolled attack. That's worthless to me. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna chuck this. So here, this was an okay roll. It's a triple matrix swift rush with crit rate, speed, and attack percentage. Okay, but I'm gonna take this up to six, and if it rolls flat HP, I'm getting rid of it. Like knowing what we know now, that the developers aren't going to increase the Etheria coin and things like that, you need to be super stingy, and you will just have to farm tons of modules. The problem is the drop rates on this are pitiful. You get really bad Ethereum coin drop rates as well. So outside of a 2x event, I don't think you should be farming this in mass. I think you should be really farming just your shells all the time, trying to get, the perfect 9 matrix drops on your shells, and then you should move forward, you know? Find your piece and then move on to the next shell dungeon where you're trying to get the perfect, matrix drops. Then save up a little bit or wait for the 2x event and then farm your modules again. Try and get a faster and faster team, on health 3, health 4 Inferno, wherever you're at. So you're way more efficient with your stabilizers. You can farm a lot faster. Uh, and just get your modules that way, because outside of that it's gonna feel really bad. So the positive thing is they are at least telling us that the 2x event will be a reoccurring event, so that's really good. Outside of that event, I think things are going to feel rough, but I think it's a great time to just farm your shells. Do the other content outside of it. While you're farming, try and increase your Ember Trek, your Ethernet rally. Try and do as best as you can in these events. Advance in anti-sync echoes. That's what you're doing, okay? But yeah, guys, seriously, don't farm anything else but modules. It's going to be the best thing for your account for sure, for all the reasons I mentioned. So that's what I got for you. Appreciate you watching. Catch you on the next one. See ya.